The tweet that has gone viral, the tweet that's really going to show most people what the problem is in the dating market, the dating marketplace right now. Here you're gonna see a far right kind of type dude, Christian, white nationalist type dude, conservative type dude, getting RP'd in real live time. This tweet has gone viral, has been making its rounds. I might have to zoom in a little bit, but we'll see. Let's zoom in a little bit. Pause. Let's zoom in. Okay. So right here, the tweet that has gone viral. You have this guy. His name is Beardson Beardley, whatever. He's a self-proclaimed hetero gamer veteran. What's it? Hetero gamer veteran, Christian nationalist, comedian, live streamer, cool guy, Spaces host, right? So, he's replying to her over a tweet. I don't know if she said something, but he said, last time I checked, women are supposed to be pretty. So that's him replying to her over what she had said to him in probably some conversation. And then she replied back, you need to be effing serious. LMAO, I'm way out of your league. Now, if we analyze these people here, she's saying that she's out of his league. Now, I got a more close-up picture that I can show you real quick. I got a more closer picture I can show you. So, if we analyze this picture, this butterface to the left is saying that she's out of his league, and they're actually supposed to be together. And this is the problem in the dating space. This is what we've been saying. This is what the RP people have been saying. This is what the black pillars have been saying this. I got to give them props. The incels included. The incels, the black pillars, these extreme extremists, they are right. This is the problem in the dating space. Average women want nothing to do with the average man. And because women like this, they have their Instagram, they got their Twitter, they got their Tinder, they got their Hinge, because the higher tier guys, attractive wise, will sleep with a butterface like this on an off night. You know what I mean? The quote unquote Chads and Tyrones, they don't really discriminate, especially if somebody, if the person that they was calling is going to cancel a flake on them, they'll just call somebody like this. And she will be so out of her mind, and she will just drop what she's doing, service him, and in her mind, the Chad and Tyrones are in her league, even though she was just basically used but like toilet tissue at best for that night. But because she has guys like that in her DMs, quote unquote, or in her Tinder matches, quote unquote, she thinks the guy to her right is not in her league. Now, the picture that you saw, let me take this off. The picture that you saw with this tweet, right? That's like the best picture that she could get of herself. And even still, you're looking at her like this is a 3 at best. And she's made up in this one. Like, she has her hair done a little bit. She has the nice pretty bow on top. She looks a little bit out of shape. In her mind, she thinks she's out of his league, and they're really supposed to be together. They're really supposed to be dating. Right? So you're going to see in the tweets below, she's going to double down. So in her mind, look, she goes, a man who looks like that insulting my physical appearance. So that's her mindset. And you're going to see people in the replies like say, you can't be talking with that big ass oinker on your face. You know what I mean? So what ends up happening with women like this too, which what makes it worse, the women are going to hype her up in the comment section. If you check the Twitter thread, this is another close-up picture of her. Oh God. They're going to hype her up in the threads, in the comments, and be like, oh no, you're a queen, sis, and all this stuff. I saw a tweet by a woman, mind you, saying that if I only have women hyping me up so much so that none of the men call me pretty, but all the women always are hyping me up for being pretty, that means I'm ugly. So I was like, yeah, that's facts. That's facts. So ladies, this is another cheat code for the ladies. Ladies, especially if you know you on the chubby side. Come on, like let's keep it a buck. Especially if you know you're on the chubby side. If you only have women hyping you up in the comments, after a dude calls you like ugly on Twitter, or if he's saying you're fat or whatever, and then you only have women calling you a queen and you're out of his league, sis, and all this other stuff, that means the guy that judged your appearance, he's correct. Just to let you know, because women are not going to hype up their competition. They're not going to do that. They don't see you as competition, so they're going to give you all the compliments in the world. No disrespect. It's just that's just how women are. Like, remember the bish on TikTok, the black bish that was actually pretty on TikTok, and they got her TikTok suspended. Hell, they got Cooking with Kaya's TikTok removed, if I'm not mistaken, just because she's showing cooking videos and men liked her videos. They got her TikTok removed temporarily. So women are not going to hype up their what they deem as competition. So of course, most of the women in this lady's comment section are going to be on her side. Somebody said you look like an obese Brett Cooper. These are facts. She does look like an obese Brett Cooper, but she's uglier than Brett Cooper. Brett Cooper, she's a Brett Cooper is a 5. Like, if I were to rank her from 0 to 10, she's a 5 and a 6 on a good day. And what helps her is that she's in shape. She's skinny. So, and she's not weirdly built. So she's symmetric. She's symmetrically built. She's not fat. She has decent skin because she's been in the acting game. So that makes her a 6. You know what I mean? So now her, I mean, she's similar to Brett Cooper with the skin tone, the smile, per se, the nose, the facial features, but it doesn't help that she's one bad, like, she's already fat. Like, I can already tell she's already fat, but man, if she gets knocked up, like, that's why I tell dudes, stay away from quote unquote thick women. If she gets knocked up, she is going to be obese, like really obese. I'm way out of your league. That's crazy work. But somebody said both of you are fat. Seems fine to me. That's what I'm saying. They're in the same league. So right here, I had saved this tweet because I want even the because I'll be laughing at how, the so-called, the conservatives, they think they're based, those guys, the white nationalists on Twitter. They be talking crazy on Twitter, but then be silent as church mice in public. They don't understand. They talk about IQ this and IQ that and whatever, but I'm like, for some reason they can't figure out or fathom why we have a fertility crisis going on, and this is the reason why. And he's seeing it. Whoever this Beard Son person is, I'm going to go over his profile real quick. He's seeing it now in real time. So right here, I want to share this tweet from these brothers right here. So Trill Burr, he goes, yeah, I'm not going to hold you. Y'all are in the same league, same conference, division rivals even. So right here, I'm going to show you this tweet from this brother here. I love this guy. I love guys like this. I like Twitter accounts like this. Whoever this guy is, Jay Mulholland, whatever. I like guys like this. He says, as I said years ago, makeup, social media, and hookup culture has convinced average women. Hold on for a second. All right, I just wanted to make sure some. Okay, let me repeat that. My bad. As I said years ago, makeup, social media, and hookup culture has convinced average women that average men are beneath them. If average women can put on makeup and go to the club and hook up with more desirable men, over time, their attitudes will sour on the average Joe. Average women would rather be a desirable man's whore than an average man's wife, aka 50 Shades of Grey and all those erotica novels that they read, right? He goes, in 1955, this would have been a normal racist couple living in Pennsylvania, white suburb. In 2025, he's an incel and she's a bad bitch. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the problem in the dating market. This is it. This is the problem. In an ideal world, in a normal world, they're supposed to be together, being, racist together, actually. But in her mind, she wants nothing to do with anybody that looks like this. Even if a guy like this was kissing her ass, she wants nothing to do with that. Nothing. Even though she's actually They're literally the same. They're literally some. I saw somebody in the comments saying this looks like they look like a transition, like a girl like if a girl were to transition to a guy, become a transformer, she would look like this, right? So this is the problem. We talk about. Let's look at the tweet again. The makeup, right? The social media and hookup culture, which is initiated by the women. Hookup culture is not because of men; it's because of the women. We talk about social media, Instagram, the guys in her DMs, the thirsty ninjas that have probably been smashing her. That's why I always say, like, they think that black dudes, right, smashing like the skinny white women or the pretty white women, they always, it'll be other white dudes that get mad at that. But I'm like, that's not the problem. The problem is the black dudes that you're cool with, smashing those fat white chicks that you don't mind them doing that. That's actually the problem. When you have, or if you just have dudes of even your same race, the Chads smashing these bitches, this is the problem. Because over time, that's really supposed to be your wife or your girl, but because they've been with what they think is better, they're gonna come back and then look at their looks match and be like, I want nothing to do with that. You'll have bitches like this. Hold on. Let me give you another example. Because this is some powerful stuff right here. This is some powerful stuff. Right here. So when I go on Beard Son's page, right, this guy, he's getting RP'd in real time. So you're gonna have, it was all these ugly bitches going at him saying, no, she's out of your league and blah blah blah, and who are you? And it's literally bitches that are it's literally bitches that's literally that should be with him. That's actually his looks match. I'm talking about all the bitches that reply to him, that try to diss him. All of them are really supposed to be, those are all his looks match. And they're just looking at him as he's beneath them, right? Bitches that look like these are like 4s, 5s at best. A bunch of 4s and 3s. This might be the best looking one, but she had to make the picture a certain way. She kind of tilted the picture a certain way to make, to hide her nose. That's another story for another day. But let me see something. There was a picture. Yeah, that might be the best looking one, but she's like a 6 or a 5, right? And right here, this is a 5. People don't understand she's actually overweight, but I'm trying to show. Yeah, like these are the type of bitches that was replying to him, saying that he's delusional. So right here, she goes, she's pretty and you're the opposite. Sucks to suck. No wonder why you're a bitter loser. And then look at this bitch right here. Like this, unfortunately, no disrespect to this lady, but she's a 2. Maybe a 1, actually. No disrespect to her. No disrespect, but this is a 2. If he dated her, he would be giving her a chance. No disrespect. No disrespect. Right? So, somebody said, choose your path, brothers. What somebody replies to him, what is wrong with you? Another dude goes, you are hilarious. Yeah, one of these crazy looking broads. Yeah, broads that kind of dye their hair red and do stuff like this to their nose. Those are girls that refuse to accept their looks match. So they just basically destroy their face. Because a girl like this without all of this would be like a 6. But she refuses to be with other guys that are 6s. And she can't attract the Chads or the Tyrones that she wants to commit to her long term. So she'll do this to herself because she figures those guys are going to smash me anyways. I don't want I'll just destroy my face like this, and then if I have to settle down, it's going to be with some beta. Right? So right here, hold on for a second. I got to find, there's just one specific, yeah, right here. So you had this tweet and he goes, what the hell is going on? Because it was bitches like this saying that he's ugly, and you're just like, what? But I'll explain this real quick. So you had this obese, like gargantuan woman talking crazy. So she goes, your insecurities are disgustingly abhorrent. And then somebody replies back to her, relax, waterhead. He'll get to you when he makes his way further down the ladder. And then she replies back, LOL, I'd never be so desperate in my life to stoop so low. I refuse solid 10s daily. So Once she says this, and let's take a look at her. So this is what she means when she says, I refuse solid tens daily. Believe it or not, ninjas have smashed her. Unfortunately, ninjas will smash women like this. Unfortunately, and this is part of the problem. Now, white dudes will actually they won't mind dudes doing that because okay, at least they're not getting the best one. But I'm like, that's actually the problem because eventually you're going to wife a girl similar to that range since that's what they want, and she's gonna look at you and be like, I want nothing to do with that. So a girl like this, she be on Tinder and she has hundreds, if not thousands, of matches. Believe it or not. The people might disagree with me, but I've been trying to tell you, even girls with wheelchairs, girls with Down syndrome on Tinder, be having 1,000, 100 matches on Tinder. Why? Because men, these dumb ninjas, what they do, they go on these dating apps and they swipe right on every single woman. I don't know why dudes do that. I don't know who's been advising these ninjas. I don't know who's been advising these dudes. These PUAs, they make the dating game a lot harder than it's supposed to be. But this is what these dudes do. They swipe right on everybody. I'm talking about on everybody. Because they figure, okay, if somebody matches me, then I can just judge and then hit X later. And believe it or not, even a woman like this, she'll get dudes in her DMs. Believe it or not. Believe it or not, she gets dudes in her DMs. Now, it's just a smash. But in her mind, that validation is all that she needs. That validation is all that she needs. And you might think she's lying, but she's not. It'll be dudes just sitting in her DMs. believe it or not. And this is what I've been warning people about this dating market. And you see this guy, he's like, what the hell is going on? And I see that a lot with like the Christian white nationalists. They'd be shocked that they're like, what? How is it like this? Or like, you know what I mean? But this is what the black pillars have been talking about for a minute. They've been talking about that, since forever. The MGTOWs, forever, right? I always give the example. I gave the example on one of my live streams last week about Cindy Noir. Cindy Noir was, I guess, going back and forth with this woman that likes to stick up for men. Now, that woman has a boyfriend or a husband. So that woman, in a separate post, she has like a picture of her and her husband. Now, Cindy Noir was looking at her husband and was laughing at her husband on how he looked and how, small he was compared to the woman. But I was looking at Cindy Noir, and even the women were like, Cindy, that's a bad look for you. You can't be doing stuff like that. But for me, I was like, Cindy, that's your looks. That's your looks. If he actually took you out, he would be giving you a chance. But this is the lot, because right now, the 9s and the 10s, or the 8, 9s and the 10s, they're not the problem. A lot of the times you'll see a lot of 8s and 9s settling, quote unquote, for a guy that looks like a Beard Son. And actually, Beard Son, if I'm not mistaken, has a girl that looks way better than the girl that said, "Oh, I'm not in your league." So you're seeing even a lot of that. Like if you see an 8 and 9 decide to have a boyfriend, she'll end up with a guy that's like a 4 or a 5 or a 3 or a 4 on the scale. And really, in the actuality of it, really, those guys are supposed to be with the 3 and the 4s, but the 3 and the 4s and even the 2s, they want nothing to do with the men in their range. So when Cindy Noir was, laughing at I'm like, I was like, that's your looks match. So I find it funny that this tweet went viral, coincidentally. So here you're seeing in real time him being RP'd, really. Him being RP'd. This is really what the problem is. This is the problem of the dating market. I don't know if I can show another example, but this is it. A bitch that looked like this, is looking down on a guy that looks like that, and they're supposed to be together. So right here, I'm going to show you the last thing I'm going to show you. Look at these disingenuous comments. These are disingenuous comments. You see one comment that says, he's quite literally hideous and balding. You're beautiful. Please don't listen to these incels in the comments. Another girl, you're literally so cute. And he's very, very opposite of cute. You have another woman on the comments. You're literally stunning. The fuck are these comments yapping? You have another comment. You're so gorgeous. That guy is weird and gross. Now, it just shows you that women don't have no real friends. She say this bitch is not is out of his league and she's the pretty one. And the actuality is if he took her out, he would be giving her a chance. And this is her with makeup on. She looks this is a like with this picture right here. This picture right here. Let me see if I can do a zoom in on the picture. Like this picture right here of her, she's a 2. No disrespect, but that's a 2. 3 at best. 3 at best. I can't even give it no more. I can't give it no more than a 3. I can't give it no more than a 3. So we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. This is a 3. You know, this is something like most white dudes, if they have choice, they're not going to choose that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, wow. So just to let you know, especially to any ladies listening, if a dude is making a objective assessment on you, right? And you consider him a quote unquote incel or somebody beneath you, but then you have all these girls coming to your defense saying that you're stunning, and you know, especially if you know you're on the larger side of the game, you're chubby, and all these girls are coming up to your defense, you're probably whatever that dude describe you as, that's probably what you are. Because first of all, women are not going to hype up their competition. That's why they're always so pro fat women and all this stuff, because you know competition. Remember, they took down Cooking with Kaya's channel, and all she was doing was cooking, really. And I'm not saying she's not pretty, because she actually has sex appeal, believe it or not. But they took down her channel just because she garners that male attention. The other, I think it was like a girl from Africa or something. It was a dark skinned girl from Africa. They got her channel, her TikTok banned because a lot of dudes found her pretty. And it was women that got her channel removed. So, whoever you are, lady, you living in La La Land.